Hello YouTube, apologies for the shakiness. I can't find my selfie stick or my tripod or anything, so oh well. Anyways, as you've probably seen from this video, this is going to be my top 5 personal picks for things that I'd love to see in Ark Survival Evolved. I've been playing a ton of it, so I've been able to see the majority of the creatures that are in the game, and I know there are already over 100 creatures in the game, but I think these would be pretty cool. Remember, these are, of course, my own personal picks, and it was surprisingly hard to find unique and original creatures, because the majority of the obscure or unknown creatures that you can find on the internet already are in there. And a lot of them are also just offshoots of bigger creatures. There are already a lot of things close to raptors, close to pterodons, close to, brachiosaurs and things like that. So I'm going to hopefully have some somewhat unique and possibly original ideas in it. So anyways, let's get started. First up on our list, we have the Xenosmilus hudsoni. This was a big cat related to the much more popular Smilodon, or Sabertooth, which was already seen in-game, and was around the Irvingtonian age, around 1.8 million years ago to about 240,000 years ago. The Xenosmilus was different than the other big cats in that they were thought to hunt in a bite-and-retreat method, which got them the name cookie cutter cat. This could translate into Ark as either having them have some type of bleed attack, similar to the Allosaurus, and much earlier to attain, or you could use the Xenosmilus to bite chunks of raw meat off of bigger dinos without having to fully kill them, similar to how you can do with fish meat and the Leedsichthys. Next up, we have the Stracilids. Stracilids? I don't know. Either way, these insects were initially thought to be parasites to dinos, akin to modern fleas, but more recent evidence suggests they were not the blood-sucking parasites we once thought. They had legs that could hook onto birds' wings, and a leech-like mouth, but it is now thought that the mouth became non-functioning as they neared adulthood. How could this be useful in Ark? They could be an insect you could breed by hooking them onto one of your birds, as horrifying as a thought as that could be. Then when they're bred, you could harvest them for chitin, or possibly make some type of farm with a Beelzebufo to turn into cementing paste. Or the mouth could become functional in-game, and you could use them as an attack parasite to leech onto other tribes' creatures, and use it as a more delayed attack, rather than an outright one. Imagine coming back from raiding someone's base, only to find your RG covered in hook-legged fleas. That's the stuff of nightmares, I tell ya. Number 3 on our list belongs to the Helicoprion shark. Before you say it, yes, I know there is a mod already made that adds these in, but it'd be nice to see them in the base game. These were sharks from around 280 to 225 million years ago that had a very unique and defining feature, a large tooth whorl on its mouth. While there have been debate since its initial discovery in 1899, there is no doubt that having a shark with a buzzsaw-esque mouth would be interesting in Ark. You could use the Helicoprion as a smaller shark to possibly harvest pearls, or maybe use them to grind fish meat off of a Leedsichthys. Another use could be in PvP, where the buzzsaw mouth could be used to possibly break armor or saddles on tamed dinos, introducing a new and terrible mechanic whereby players can essentially disarm other players of their tames. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Number 2 on this list belongs to the Cherovipteryx. These small membranous reptiles were from the late Triassic period and could have been a precursor to the later pterosaurs. These reptiles had a membrane on their hind legs that probably allowed them to glide either short or long distances. Unfortunately, the front of the creature was partially destroyed in the only known fossil, so it can only be speculated if they had any sort of wing on their front. These creatures could be used kind of like the Archaeopteryx, as a type of gliding creature to be used in the event you jump off of your dino. They could also be harvested for possible materials for making the new wingsuit that was teased in the Aberration expansion trailer, or as a new tier of ceilings that could be a canvas-like material. They could also just be adorable pets too, that you could send to latch onto other players and attack their Archaeopteryxes. PvP could be so much more fun. The final creature on this list is a Wallaceurops trifurcatus, I think. Try saying that 5 times fast. There have been a staggering 20,000 species of trilobites discovered, and this stands out from all of those with their very prominent trident. There have been many reasons discussed for what this trident could do, some of them being a means of levitating off the ground, maybe some type of early sensory organ, a means of camouflage, or even just some type of adornment. Whatever the reason, Ark could take artistic liberties and use it for a great many things. A player could maybe use this trilobite as a backpack to be able to hook onto a larger creature, use it as a makeshift saddle. Maybe leveling its melee damage or stamina would allow it to hold on longer. Seeing as trilobites in-game can explore outside the ocean, these particular ones could be used as backpacks to hang on to structures or creatures as a more organic grappling hook, or it could be a passive harvesting backpack. There are plenty of different opportunities. I'm sure the devs could find some type of use for something like this. So, there we go. That's going to be my personal top 5 for creatures that could be implemented into Ark in some way, shape, or form. We still have another DLC after Aberration, and there are still going to be creatures added for quite a while. There are a few that are teased for Aberration right now. Who knows what the next expansion could have. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know if there's some type of creature that you'd like to see. Maybe it could be as a mod that's already in. I know there are quite a few creature mods. Or something entirely new that none of us have ever seen before. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget that like button. Subscribe if you want to see some more videos like this. Let me know what else you'd like to see on the channel and content related to Ark. And if you want to see my playthrough of Ark as I'm discovering everything, there will be a link to that right on the card subscribe thingy jigger right about, I don't know, it's gonna be somewhere. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Seriously, pronouncing some of these names suck.